I was in 7th grade, my father was the choir director of our choir at our church. And he had been contacted by this Italian organization called Fuori Cantores that was known for supporting Catholic choirs all around the world. He had been emailed that he had been invited to take his choir and go over to Italy with his own raised money so that they could go to see the Pope on New Year's Day and sing with him with thousands of other choirs from all around the world. Initially, we were very worried that we weren't going to be able to do it because it was a lot of money. We only had the hotel was the only thing that would be covered in the costs. Everything else we had to raise for ourselves. And because of that, we had campaigns and fundraisers for the next 2 years leading up to it. But eventually, the day after Christmas, we all got on the airport and we went to Italy. This was the first time I had really experienced any sort of independence. This was the first time that I had to get up by myself, go and get my own breakfast, make sure that I was on time for certain things. And yeah, I got my first taste of independence in my freshman year of high school in Italy. What we would do for our daily schedule is we would get up, get breakfast, go on the bus, and then we'd go in our giant red choir robes, and we'd go out to these beautiful basilicas where we would sing for whatever bishop was there at the time for about an hour, and then after that we would just explore Rome on our own. We got to explore the streets by ourselves and also with chaperones. I got to see the Colosseum in person. I got to experience what an Italian pizza was like with my friends. They took some bread and they put some sauce on it and cheese and cooked it a little bit and served it to us. It was just like a 5-minute thing, and it is to this day the best pizza I have ever had in my life. Eventually, the Pope sort of called the choirs to one central location for a sort of roll call, and I got to see the Pope in person, about as far from me as Jonathan is from me, that close to the Pope in person. One of my friends got to shake his hands. That was all super exciting. Eventually, a few days passed, and we got to go into the Vatican at 6 a.m. in the morning and assemble with the rest of the choirs and get together, and the procession of Mass came in, and we sang for the Pope. We had acquired these choir sheets that we had gotten a year earlier to prepare, and we sang our hearts out, and then afterwards the Pope gave a speech, which was entirely in Italian, so that was great. Then we got to see Pompeii and Assisi for the next week afterward, and that is probably the best vacation I've ever had in my life.